Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to day 13 on the road from Bangkok to Shanghai. This is how much we've cycled so far and this is how much we have left to cycle. We're starting our morning off a little bit early here, actually a little bit late. We didn't sleep too good last night, but we're here in Udon Thani and today we're heading from Udon Thani to Nong Khai on the Mekong River. Very, very excited to see that Mekong River in all of its glory. I have to tell you though, Udon Thani, not our favorite city so far. It's pretty seedy. It's full of weird white men that are preying on Thai people. I've never seen so many old, awkward white dudes that are just walking around a city. The last time we saw that is in certain areas of Bangkok, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty prevalent here in Udon Thani. So let's get out of here as quickly as possible and head towards the Mekong.
As Luke said, Udon Thani is a bit weird with the amount of creepy old white men.
I think we found one of the small OG songtaos here. Yeah. That is a real OG. I don't think that me or Naomi could get inside of that one.
Never.
You're taller than it right now. These sidecar, by the way, is the sidecars. You see them everywhere here in Thailand. I find it to be probably one of the least comfortable looking ways of getting around. A lot of times people will just sit, and more than one person will sit in the side of these, and the guy will just fucking fly down the road. 2, 3, 5, 6 people in this sidecar, and people are just bouncing every bump along the way. There's nothing about suspension or anything like that. You're getting raw steel against your joints. Not fun. Oh, yeah. Pulled over to the side of the road for some roadside breakfast. We need some breakfast before we set off today. So I think what we're gonna do is just basically select something from this menu. It looks like they have like pad see ew, beef soup, and maybe khao man gai or something along the lines of maybe an omelette on rice. So let's see what they have. Okay. What is the price? You know?
100
100 baht? Okay, ขอบคุณครับ 100 baht for everything. So this is kind of like the setup. It's very, very simple. It's exactly what we needed. And they have a huge amount of selection, believe it or not, on the menu. So decided to get a beef noodle soup, and I also decided to get an omelette on rice because I think white rice is proving to be pretty amazing. It's full of carbs and it's really, really good for cycling, especially for long days like we have today. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you. Oh, nice. Our food just came out. I went with the beef noodle soup. This is probably, if it's available, this is the dish that I would always get. I always get the beef noodle soup. I don't know why. It's just like my comfort dish, I want to say.
That would have been your perfect time to swear.
Yeah, that would have been a cover-up for a swear word. And you got the omelette with rice, which is...
Omelette and rice, a little bit of a weird decision. It's kind of a plain decision, I guess, that I've made. But it helps, I think, with cycling. People that are running this place are incredibly kind and very, very welcoming as well. So that's been very nice. But yeah, the omelette on rice, I think it's a good choice. It's something that's not too heavy. It's not going to sit on my stomach for too long. And it's also pretty heavy on the carbs because of the rice. Oh, that beef noodle soup, from here I can smell it. It smells unbelievable.
It smells and looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I just want to give it an immediate try before it cools down so that it's actually nice and cozy food for breakfast. Let's give the noodles a try. Nice and chewy rice noodles. A little bit of a meatball situation. Nice and squeaky, but not too squeaky. It's good.
It looks really amazing. This here is obviously nothing crazy, guys, so it's basically just an omelette with some greenery in there, and then just straight up plain old rice. Now I don't mean old as in the age of the rice, I just mean just plain old rice. But there's different ways that you can dress it up. So you can add like oyster sauce. Sometimes they'll give you like a little bit of chili oyster sauce or something along those lines. Soy sauce, garlic, they have that stuff here actually. So they have a whole different arrangement of stuff where you can add like chili flakes or garlic or anything like that on top of it. And then you can just customize the whole flavor of it, and that's what we love actually about this particular area of the world, is no matter what you get, if it's not spicy enough, you can make it spicy. If it's not sweet enough, you can make it sweet, etc, etc. You get my drift. That's perfect. It's exactly what I'm looking for. Well, bellies are full of good, warm breakfast. And now the sun is reminding us that we need to get on the road because it's up, it's strong, and it's already beating down on us. So let's hit the road.
It's very hot today.
It is very hot.
It's already like 26 Celsius.
Oh my god. Yeah. Us Europeans can't handle it. I've got to say, by the way, it's pretty funny. The more that we're cycling, so as the days go by and we're clocking more and more kilometers, we're getting hungrier and hungrier, and our need for energy is increasing quite a bit. I thought that that would change the other way. As we lose weight and as we get lighter, I thought that our need for energy would actually decrease. But we're waking up ready for breakfast. And usually we're not like that.
We're now 1 hour in and 17 kilometers down, which I think is okay. Like, we're doing an okay pace for how hot it is today.
Unfortunately, trash, garbage, it's a massive issue between Udon Thani and Nong Khai, particularly. We've seen it a lot here and there in random, like especially in the more rural places. But particularly for some reason here on this road, between Udon and Nong Khai, it's pretty heavy on the trash, unfortunately. This is just something that most travel vloggers and most YouTubers will never actually speak honestly about, because they just want to basically kiss the bum of the viewers because it gets you views. That was fast. Most YouTubers will just say every place is amazing, every place is perfect, there's nothing wrong with anything. I hope, you know, that's just what it is. That's not us though, I'm sorry. If we see it, we're gonna say it. And it is something that has been prevalent on this road. Oh, wrong side. We need to pick up some sugar. The road that we're on today is particularly crap. It's really not doing us any favors at the moment in terms of stops. There's quite literally, there's actually no road stops that we can stop off at the moment. Sawadee krab. 45, okay. Khun krab. Interesting shop setup. Khun krab. Nong Khai, Laos, and Vietnam. ใช่
อันนี้ไปเรื่อยๆเลย
ใช่ครับ ขอบคุณครับ Thai dyeนิดหน่อย small little bit. This, by the way, is something that you'll see all over Southeast Asia, but I still to this day, Sawadee krab. I still to this day will find it very amusing, because this is how petrol is reloaded into scooters. So they quite literally store the petroleum in these glass Coca-Cola bottles, that the Coca-Cola bottles look like they're from like the late 80s or something. Like that's how I imagine Coke used to look. They used to come in these large glass bottles, and then they have like the funnel system, these here. So they quite literally will just open the bike, dump the bottle into your thing through the funnel, and that's it. Super simple. 20 baht for a bottle.
I think they're half a liter maybe.
Like half
the
a liter,
bottle,
yeah.
I think it's 1 liter, so it should be like 500 ml of gasoline for 20 baht, so like 50 cents.
Not bad, not bad at all. This shop, by the way, that we bought the sodas in is quite literally just one big traditional house. The top half of the house, as you can see, it's just basically boarded up windows. I'm sure that's probably or potentially where she sleeps. A lot of people though tend to sleep on the lower level of the house here in Thailand, but it's a beautiful house, and they've quite literally opened up the entire bottom half and turned it into one half. Here seems to be like an actual restaurant where they serve food, you know, bowls of noodles or pad kra pao or whatever they're making. And then the other side is quite literally a convenience store where they sell everything that you could need, from clothes to petrol, cans of soda, and random other things like eggs and produce as well. Yeah, it's crazy the fact that it's just literally one old traditional house.
Yeah, but if you look on like all of our apps, there's like nothing around here, so there doesn't seem to be any supermarkets or any gas stations or anything like that. So I think these types of stores are pretty much the ones that keep the entire community afloat here.
They're the only hope.
Yeah.
The nice lady gave us some seats to sit on. I feel like kids. Some very beautiful houses around here as well.
Woo! Vientiane is on the sign, it's on the board. Let's go. Not that far to go to Vientiane. It's about 25 or so kilometers for us to get to our next accommodation, and we will be directly on the Friendship Bridge, so that would be really cool.
The sun is particularly strong today, and the elevation is particularly crappy too. As we're getting closer towards the Mekong and Nong Khai and the border of Laos, it's starting to feel a little bit wilder. It's almost like Wild West. Red dirt roads going in many different directions, piles and piles of red dirt, building sites that haven't been looked at in a long time. People speeding by on scooters with like 10 people on scooters flying towards the Laos border, people coming the opposite direction from Laos towards Thailand. This is cool. This is going to be our very first time ever experiencing Laos as well, so once we cross over it won't be in this video. First we're going to explore Nong Khai and a little bit of the banks of the Mekong, and I can't wait for it. Links so dry fear, links so dry fear, links. BYD, build your dreams. We're seeing more and more Chinese car companies pop up here in Thailand. A lot of people as well driving the BYD vehicles. It's very interesting. Thailand's typically, the first couple times that we visited, I would see a lot of like European cars, so like BMW, Mercedes, etc., French cars, Peugeot. Like French don't know how to make anything other than like maybe surrender in a war, but like they have Chinese cars now in the market, and they're becoming very popular. You do see Ford and a lot of Japanese cars too as well, but China is definitely taking a bite into the car market at the moment here in Thailand, that's for sure.
We made it to downtown Nong Khai. Not so much left now to get to the accommodation, just about 1 kilometer. And Nong Khai actually seems to be a substantial city. It's really nice looking, and it seems to be all kind of related to the Naga. So all of the lanterns are decorated with the Naga. Temples, of course, have the Naga. And then sort of all around the city administrative buildings and so on, it also has the Naga. It's really cool. We have arrived at our accommodation. Check this out, how beautiful is this? Very sort of floral, close to nature type of an arrangement. Give us a twirl. Give us a wave, Seamus. And I think we might be a little bit early. It's just like 1 p.m. right now. I think check-in might be at 2, but we will have to key. Sadika!
Sadika! Okay.
Not too sure if we're a little bit early, but we will figure it out.
Right, everybody. Quick little 2 flights of stairs, and we made it up to our room here. The key's underneath. You're going to get a first impression of this apartment with us as well. Alright, I don't know what way I'm holding the camera, but they're coming with my bags anyways. So this is it, guys.
You are our bags.
It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. It's basically just an apartment. So you have a really, really basic, you can't even really call that a kitchen, can you? There's a little kettle there, and then there's a place to, I guess, wash stuff with some running water, some sort of a window, and that's it for the kitchen tour. And then you have very decently large room, quite comfortable. You've got a fan, you've got an AC, which is needed. It's very bloody hot here in Nong Khai at the moment. Today was pretty tough, only for the reason of the heat and nothing else. We actually had the wind with us today, so that was nice. And then the bathroom, simple as you like, just a wet room bathroom, so you basically are showering over the toilet. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the weirdest curtain.
I was like, nice, we have a window, but no, we don't.
You can be like, we can make an Instagram now where we're, you put like one of those trending sounds on it, and you like really slowly go up to the window, and then you go, it's like, look at the view.
Wow.
5-star view.
It's nice though. Oh, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave with like a shoulder and hip issue.
Me and Naomi are getting to the stage where we're too old to have hard beds, so that's not good. But anyways, this is our apartment. The place is called Pickle Apartment, or Pickle Apartment, so Gesundheit, Pikul apartment, and it comes to around $25 a night, which I don't know if that's cheap or if that's expensive for Nong Khai. Right now it's peak season in Thailand, so I think it's pretty affordable. It's not bad at all.
I'm happy.
And there seems to be a lot of people staying here, like a lot of Europeans, Americans, etc., etc. So it's not bad. Now, let's go and check out the Naga city of Nong Khai and get our very first glance at the mighty Mekong River as well.
We have made it to the Mekong. Oh my god, we're actually standing directly in front of the Mekong. This is a moment that I have been literally waiting for since 2001. I used to watch like lots of shows when I was younger, and a lot of them had like the Mekong in it, like documentaries and so on, and I always promised myself one day I will see it, and today's the day. I cannot believe this. And over there as well on the left you have the Friendship Bridge. It's a little bit further, maybe 1 kilometer or so this way. This will be the bridge that we will be crossing in the next video.
The mighty Mekong, it's absolutely crazy. It is a massive, monstrous river. I think it's like the 12th largest in the world. And the Mekong starts, believe it or not, up in Tibet. So this literally runs all the way up from the Tibetan plateau all the way down through here, and I believe it goes all the way through most of Southeast Asia down into the South China Sea, and it has just been a place of massive significance for people along the banks of the Mekong. It's been the way actually that many people have lived for quite literally centuries now. It's such a significant place and such a cool, unbelievable river to stand in front of. It's somewhere that we've had on our list now for a very long time, like Naomi said, so this is definitely a special moment. And Nong Khai, very cool. Seems to be like a very laid back town. It is the Naga city, so the Naga people, and I think it was named actually the Naga city because there's like sort of a thing about the Mekong that says that there's these demons, these demonic creatures, the Nagas, that live inside of the Mekong, and that's how Nong Khai actually established its name as the Naga city of the Naga people. So that's cool. But this is an unbelievable view. I could just like stand here for the next 12 hours, and that's Laos.
It's Laos.
We're literally looking at Laos across the river. That's Laos.
That's Laos.
Mental.
My God, that will be our second country on this challenge. I don't know. It doesn't sound like the biggest milestone at all, but like for us or for me, it's a very big milestone. Like in my head, we crossed like 600 something kilometers in Thailand to get to this point. We finished Thailand basically.
Yep.
And in the next episode, we will very likely be over there.
Next episode, we will begin our journey from Vientiane in Laos, and we'll slowly make our way. Believe it or not, we're actually going to go across here, and then we're going to make our way this way along the Mekong, and then work our way this way, east towards Vietnam. Let's check out Nong Khai, shall we?
I'm hungry.
We're hungry, yeah.
Let's have food.
Oh, yum. Look at this. I love it when you got pictures of the food. Sometimes when you go into restaurants, you just have loads of script.
I don't know why this is so funny.
I love it when you have pictures. It's the same with books. I love reading books that have pictures instead of... Does that say something about me?
Primary school books. Very easy to manipulate.
Some say I'm a bit special. So they have a lot of stuff. They have like, this is the South Korean dish. What's the name of it called?
Bibimbap?
Bibimbap?
To me it looks like bulgogi.
Bulgogi,
so like
maybe, yeah.
Kimchi bulgogi or something?
True. All of it looks really good though.
So they have pad see ew.
Pad see ew.
And for you, you
Probably,
want
yeah.
your typical pad krapao?
Typical pad krapao, probably.
This is just gonna be another video of us eating pad see ew.
Open? Okay. Thank you so much. Naomi always steals my little cucumbers because I'm not a fan of cucumbers. But this here looks like a really good pad krapao. Look at the egg.
Oh my God.
Oh, it doesn't get much better than that. That was incredibly easy to just break through. So I think what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of that pork, a little segment of the egg, and then a good bit of the rice. A little bit of holy basil in there as well. Cheers. That's serious. Really strong flavor of garlic.
It looks like they added some chili oil or garlic oil. You can see it like run off, so I assume it comes from that.
Tastes like more garlic heavy than it does chili heavy or basil heavy. So it's like a very different flavor for a pad krapao. But it does have a little bit of a kick to it. I'm not gonna lie. This is very good. Yeah.
I ordered their signature dish, by the way.
That's good.
It's nice.
Very good.
Spicy.
Yeah.
So what I did is they had here on the bottom of the... Oh my God, it's very spicy. Sorry, I'm trying to swallow it. It's so spicy. On the bottom it says like pork with gochujang sauce, which is their signature dish. And that's what I ordered. If somebody says this is my signature dish, it will always and forever be the thing that I will order. Just to try the best of the best, right?
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing, yes, it does look, and it also smells like the food in Seoul, actually. Maybe the cook has spent some time in Seoul.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also have the nice runny egg on top. Wow, this looks beautiful. I'm very excited for this. Let's get a little bit of like the egg yolk, rice. Oh, why am I holding the chopsticks like this?
You're an amateur.
And some pork. I was holding the chopsticks way too low. I got too excited. This is very nice.
Yeah. Does it taste
it tastes like
Korean food? Yeah.
It actually tastes like proper Korean food. You can taste it, a good gochujang in there as well. It's very nice, very tasty. It's very nice.
That just mentally sent me back to Seoul. One of the very few things that we enjoyed about our trip to Seoul was the food. Food is fantastic. We didn't like overly appreciate a lot of like the city itself, but the food and the people, very, very cool. Very tasty. The people not so much. People are not tasty. The food was tasty.
Okay. Good that we got that covered. It actually tastes like a better version of Korean food, funnily enough. This is tastier than the Korean food that you would get in Korea.
Oh, that's a big statement.
In a lot of places.
Pad Kra Pao is very, very good too. And we just tried the food so far. And walking around Nong Khai, it's a very, very beautiful city. Believe it or not, a lot of people use Nong Khai to cross over into Laos. But what a lot of people do is they actually stay in Nong Khai for like weeks or months at a time, because it's such a slow-paced and laid-back city. There's not much going on here. We've noticed that the average age of the people that are around in Nong Khai is a little bit higher. It's not so many like really young backpackers, only ones that are kind of jumping back and forth across the borders, but the majority of people that are actually staying here is quite high, and it's very, very laid back, so I can see why.
I feel like the younger backpacking crossing into Liew is probably the one that goes from Chiang Rai into Liew, which is that I think it's Friendship Bridge 4, maybe? I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, the scene here is very interesting. It's very sort of relaxed and laid back, and there's a surprising amount of foreigners here, and people do speak a fair bit of English, which I didn't expect at all. Like, I'm genuinely surprised about this. I didn't expect people to be speaking proper English and saying hello and like asking what we want and whatever, like in English. I didn't expect that. It's good. I like Nong Khai.